Are you tired of correcting piles and piles of papers for your high school classes? Does the amount of correcting you have stress you out because it seems to never end? Well, you're in the right place because today I'm going to give you 4 different ways to cut your correcting in half. Hi and welcome. Here we talk about all things that make your classroom life easier, and today's topic is reducing your correcting. So for my first tip, I like to call it the 10-7-4-0 rule. This works for practice, effort-based work. Things like classwork or homework, I give it a certain number of points and I correct it as a percentage of completion. If a student has the entire assignment completed, they automatically get the full number of points, in my case, 10 points. If they have most of it done, I give them 7 points. If I see that less than half of it is done, 4 points. And of course, if none of it is done, 0 points. So that helps to correct things quickly because you're just visually glancing at the amount completed. The next method is the ABC method, and it works for groups. If you are assigning a paper to a group to complete, and each person has the same paper in the group to complete, chances are their answers are going to be identical. So why correct all those papers individually? I give the assignment to each person in the group. I have them cooperate and collaborate on the answers. Each person has to write the answers down to the questions, and then I have them label their papers with a letter. One person will label their paper A, another B, another C, depending on how many people are in the group. Since they worked together, their answers are more likely than not identical, and you told them to cooperate and work together. So at the end of class, I choose a random letter, and that is the letter that I will collect for the group's paper to submit. I have each person in the group write their name on the paper that is being collected for their group, and I get to correct 1 paper per group. The next tip is the 30 to 35% rule. This works for assignments that are really large that you want to correct for accuracy. What I like to do is choose 30 to 35% of the most important questions on the assignment and just correct those. I give credit for just completing the rest of the questions. I do this because if a student does well on those 30 to 35% of the questions I chose, chances are they did well on the rest of the questions that I didn't choose. And so I correct 30 to 35% of their answers. This is a good percentage because if a student does poorly on the assignment, having 30 to 35% of the points taken away is going to give them a grade that's reflective of their effort. The last trick is to use easy rubrics. How many times have you used a rubric with way too many criteria and it takes longer to correct the project than it did to actually do the project? So I like to use easy rubrics with very few criteria. If you'd like to see an example of an easy rubric that I implement for my mini projects in my science classes, click the link down in the comments below and check it out. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped, and tune in again next time where we go over more ways to make your classroom life a little bit easier. Bye.